Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and... Splendid! That's it! Very good! Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing... Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is how it's done. Here.
Splendid!
Watch this. Yes! Accio. Well done. Let us see this. There we go.
Not to worry. Let us make this a bit more interesting.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. Phew. Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
That's it.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Stay focused.
Let us see this. Yes! Quite impressive.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took weeks for me.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your call. I transferred here from Wagadu. My mother received an offer. Before I knew it,
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, but it never seemed...
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is... I remember the first... And then it just...
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same then?
Mostly, yeah.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not... I find one I mastered.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wag. Until next.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the You did well, man.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce... Now, expect to hear from Miss...
Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, it's good. Well done.
Levioso. Levioso.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. Stupid. Levioso.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad.
If what I've seen today, I demand a classroom duel.
Understood, Professor.
So, again. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic, you know, you might...
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, whether it's joining a secret dueling, you just have to be...
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock. Till next time.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Trouble, are we? Been up to no good?
Alohomora.
Thought as much.
Revelio.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good...
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a stream. Regardless, you must... In that regard, I've asked your...
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. In fact, Professor... Now, regarding... We've arranged to replace...
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander, you've managed your classes well.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
Professor...
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor.
A spellcraft? I shall
There's an Ollivander's in
There is. Mr. I would trust...
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. Perhaps Sebastian?
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Ona, she'll keep you well...
Rookwood?
A rather Once you've finished... No time to waste.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and fixes things
It seems as if that might come in handy.
more frequently than... As Professor, a number of you... I have arranged...
Why must I first...
No lesson or lecture can... Such experience...
I'll start on the task. Revelio. This is the right area. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant! Levioso!
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the assignments.
Marvelous. Let us give the old Remember to...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo. Revelio. Revelio.
for me?
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor, you must be eager to.
I've been looking forward to it.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect. I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas. But that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at. But if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest, hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls.
Hogwarts is the second home for me.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss On-Eye. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Huh? Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find Professor Weasley
a new wand.
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander. You should be able to collect experience Hogsmeade. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Hello.
Oh, come in! Come in! Welcome to Madame Snelling's Tress Emporium. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly. Oh, Snelly! Why aren't you studying to be an aura? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry. But look at you. Looking for a change,
Why not, I say? What sort of change?
Summer go. But you won't find poisons. Why don't you spend a moment?
What services do you offer?
What is it you might be interested in?
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some... Spell practice. Meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.